Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ladies, I am back on TalkShoe.com. Hope you're having a great holiday season. Hope you had a good one because it was a very good one for me, Dukect. Hope you're having a good one right now. Good evening here on the last couple of days of 2017. And well, what a 2017 it was. There were some good things, there were some bad things, and there were some things happening. Oh yeah, but you know what? It was a very good year. There was some bad stuff, but I think there were some more positive things in the WWE, TNA, everything else, and all in between. But you know what? That's just in the world of pro wrestling, and you know, it's been a very up and down type of year, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? That's fine. I said it's cool because honestly, people. Honestly, in the world of pro wrestling, things don't stay terrible forever. Even though we think they do. Even though we have all the situations might come around and you're like, oh, what we're going to do? What's going to happen? How we're going to get in this situation? But you know what? Trust me, people. Things get better. It always does and always will get better, everybody. And, well, yeah. Oh crap! And Mr. Mediocre just put his new video about the whole Tales of Trout thing. Right when I'm doing my live stream because Lord knows this is gonna be more fun. All right, so hopefully it's not gonna be too terrible and all this other stuff. So oh well, I can't wait to watch that. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah. Anyway, there's so much stupid is going to be around here. So much fun, so much idiocy, but you know what? The world is not that too big. The world's too big for this stuff, man. Pointless YouTube drama is just pointless. And at the end of the day, just sit back, relax, and hopefully we can sit and laugh at it in a couple years or so. But anyway, let's talk for the YouTube drama. Let's talk about some real pointless other stuff, pro wrestling stuff. Pro wrestling drama? Well, trust me, there's a lot of that happened this year. And let's see, one of the big stuff for drama, if you want to talk about drama, ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about things that just really holy crap. Ooh, the word drama just came right out of the, in pro wrestling. You can't find anywhere else than in TNA, Impact Wrestling, Global Force Wrestling. Just the whole shebang. Holy mother of Jesus, man. That was... You want to talk about a company that did not know not only its identity, but they just didn't know what the booking and everything else. Just everything that could go wrong in a company has gone wrong. And if you want to join in the conversation, remember the phone number, as always, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444, and the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. And remember, if you can't remember, there's always the chat room, baby. It is always here, and we're always, we're always here. Make sure you get your opinions, your stuff here live on the Dukect Lounge, because that is what I do. They're here and sharing this stuff all over the interwebs and everything else in between. Because that's what I do. I share these ideas, I get these crazy little thoughts in and share them out, and the people seem to like it. And I haven't been stopped yet. So, the YouTube channel has not been shut down yet, and iTunes hasn't really closed me down yet. So, I will continue to do this, and since y'all people seem to like me ranting, raving, and doing all the crazy stuff that I usually do, well... looks like I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can. And, well, I'm going to keep doing this. But anyway, back to the point. Impact Wrestling. What an entire crapshoot, ladies and gentlemen. Holy moly, what a crapshoot. They didn't know what first off, then, the in-ring stuff, ladies and gentlemen. The in-ring stuff. You had Alberto Del Rio and now Alberto El Patron. Well, he has his drama with Impact Wrestling, outside the ring with Paige and all the other stuff about the phone, the supposed domestic dispute shenanigans that Paige started. Apparently, it was so much. The heat was on Del Rio so much that they had to basically suspend him and drop the championship. And you know what? And they would say that's bad enough. Then you had Triple Mania. Triple Mania, we had Jeff Jarrett, who was completely just looked, shot drunk and everything else, which was not really a good look. He just basically broke down, throwing tortillas in the crowd. And even better, you have the wrestler known as Sexy Star, once upon a time Lucha Underground champion, someone I championed and such. I thought she was a pretty decent wrestler, and something that broke milestones. Said, yes, this is something great. It was on a great show, and it made Lucha Underground something important. Like, hey, that men and women finding, like, this is something that was like, hey, this woman broke barriers and made something brilliant and such. And then she did this, and everything just went down to tubes. Like, she came in, and this is to get with Rosemary. Rosemary, she's actually a really good wrestler. I like her style. She has a very unique look. She's just amazing with her character. With work with Decay, and then now she's working singles. Compared to not like some of the stuff is actually pretty decent. So yeah, this was gonna be a pretty interesting type of stuff, and I can't wait. I was like, wow, this is great. And by the way, the stuff I did see, I didn't watch Triple Mania, but a lot of people in my pro wrestling circle did, and she went in a shoot format. And what it is talking about a shoot is basically it was real. They made it actually, real. They actually, the competitors go off the script. And what she did that, when Sexy Star did not like the way the match was handled, she was in a fatal 4-way match with Rosemary. She got Rosemary in submission and supposedly almost broke her arm. And no, legitimately put an arm break on her and broke her arm. And she basically ran, she had to basically, a lot of people in the locker room did not like that. She basically had to be forced to apologize to, I think, thanks to Conan and all this, like, hey, you apologize to Rosemary. She apologized, and then she got the heck out of Dodge. Then she made it like a very confusing post of saying that, this, that, and the other, that she didn't really take any responsibility, and says she's still going to train and become the best women's, like, boxer or whatever, or MMA fighter. So she's pretty much done in the world of wrestling. And Rosemary got shafted. I felt like Rosemary got a little bit shafted, but then she got a ton of love from everyone in the wrestling community about that, but also fans as well. And not only that, but then she got shafted again as her match at Bound for Glory, the Red Wedding match, didn't happen. As Tara Valkyrie, she had some issues with her visa, saying she could go into Canada, but she can't get back in the United States. So she couldn't, since Bound for Glory was taking place in Canada, they couldn't really do anything about that. So she was done. She couldn't do anything. She was basically stuck. They had to say probably have to do the match probably next year, and when they get back to the United States. It sucks for someone like Rosemary, couldn't really do anything about for Glory than just interfere in a Abyss match because of reasons. And speaking of Jeff Jarrett, who just fell down, he just, the drunken mess that he was in AAA, and then the other indies where he was just so badly messed up that he was going to the ring drunk, and it just looked terrible. He was looking really sad, like one of those like wrestle, like he's like, dude, you need to stop the wrestling and stuff. It was that bad. But he went to rehab. And this was after, Impact Wrestling and Global Force, they had their whole, combined force. Like, they actually said, okay, Impact Wrestling is going to be now, let's see, Impact Wrestling. TNA then became Impact Wrestling to get Dixie Stick. By the way, earlier the year, they became Impact Wrestling. Then they became Global Force Wrestling with the combined with Jeff Jarrett and him working the business deal. But then after Jeff Jarrett and all the other stuff in the drama, Impact Wrestling had to had to drop Jeff Jarrett. And then somehow, which I don't know what they did, is that they couldn't fill out the copyright information on time, and now they had to go back to Impact Wrestling. And even better, all the Impact Wrestling belts, they had to put a sticker on them just to hide their Global Force name tags and everything else. And I sit there and I wonder, wait, don't you still have those Impact Wrestling belts? Shouldn't you just put those belts on them if that was going to be the case? But no, you're not going to do that. No, they don't do that for some reason. And even better is actually for the World Championship, you can still see the GFW belt thing there when they slap the title right there. They slap the title on the main belt. But guess what? If you look on the side, you still see GFW. So yeah, they just can't get their stuff right. And I'm not making any of this stuff up because it's actually true. I mean, it gets to a point that it seems like it's parody, but it's not parody. Impact Wrestling is like a walking, it's a legitimate pro wrestling rib. I honestly think this is like a pro wrestling, just a rib on everybody. It's not just a rib on fans, but I think it's a rib on the wrestlers, community, everything. It's legitimately a rib. It is a rib on all of us. And I am just amazed at how this company is still around. I am amazed at this company still walking the face of the earth. Lasting longer than WCW and ECW, two companies that have made so much of an imprint of the wrestling business. Impact Wrestling lasted longer than those two companies, and that just seems wrong to me. That this company has gotten chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, and they continue to screw up, continue to waste talent, continue to just basically destroy, basically ruin, basically every chance to bring back any type of things. And not even get into an old Global Force Wrestling debacle, how they basically tried to set that thing up, which, by the way, you can have that thing, by the way, you don't watch full pay-per-views on it, by the way. That's beautiful. You can't watch live pay-per-views because that's one thing that they actually drop your Impact fans in, which, and even better, I love how, by the way, I will post I already said this before and I'll say it again. I love the fact that they still have that, with the YouTube poster shot and everything else. It has CM Punk there. Wow. Way too big. I thought it would at least be AJ Styles. Someone who's actually relevant in that company and stuff like that would be on there. Since he is the champion, he's featured heavily. But no, they put CM Punk, a guy who most notably get his ass kicked in MMA so bad that he's like, 0-2? He's terrible. And yet they still push him out there because he's a big name, so we have to put him up there. God, this company. And even better, this company who, it's so they released it early because, they've got to the GFW Global Wrestling Network was not tested it right on them, but they released it too early, so they had to go back to it. And even better, a couple weeks later, when it does get released, the bugs are so badly. It wasn't badly, but it was that you could not put your credit card information on it. If you did put your credit card information on there, it could be a chance to be stolen because it's not really that secure. This company, man. I could just end the thing about the worst thing right here for WW for pro wrestling there, for Impact Wrestling, and that would be it. I could just legitimately do, because this year was probably, I didn't think Impact Wrestling could go further down rock bottom. I didn't think it could go further rock bottom or be even more than a lolcow than it's actually been. But by gosh, they find a way. 2017, I didn't think this company could get any lower. But they did. They somehow purged through past the earth, past China, and now they're outside. And I'm basically worried and intrigued what this company's going to do in 2018. What is this company going to do in 2018? Oh, it is going to be very interesting. Oh, I can't wait to see how they screw things up then. Because if they do, well, it's going to be something I can't. And not only that, losing all the other stuff and talents too, broken, Matt Hardy, all that good stuff. So yeah, they've lost so much talent. The TV ratings on the toilet. Impact Wrestling has taken the biggest L of all time. And I can't find anything positive. I can't find anything positive for this company because they screw up everything. Everything they touch, they die. It turns into a decayed version. A complete butchering of every person involved. Everyone involved in Impact Wrestling gets like it sucks your soul out and leaves to a husk. That's what Impact Wrestling does to you. And then anyone else who's smart are getting out there now. Hell, EC3, I think he's making a trademark, so he's about to roll out too. Yeah, EC3 looking like he's about to roll out. And you know what? He's smart. James Storm rolled out. He's going to NXT finally for the reals these things. After that, EC3 is going to probably leave. I think Eddie Edwards is probably going to take his, go to NXT. Or hell, go to Noah full time. I mean, he was the former GAC champion. He lost the title. But I would not be surprised if he goes to Noah full time and just goes to Indies and bounces around before he goes to WWE or goes somewhere else. Oh, hell, he might go back to Ring of Honor or go to New Japan. I would not be surprised by that. Since, I think this could be something else, or he's going to stay there. So I don't know what's going to happen for that thing to go through. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, Impact Wrestling is honestly one of the biggest companies that failed so many times. They fail in every aspect. And honestly, 2018, I don't know. They'll still survive. And I'll still have to review their pay-per-views because Lord knows it's just going to be either a car wreck or just a car wreck, or they're just going to ruin every chance they get to actually bring up many new or interesting stars. So let's still kick on the worst now is WWE. Well, first I'll say, what about you not going to talk about Ring of Honor or New Japan or this, that, the other? I'm like, no, I can't really talk much about them. It's because, well, I don't watch Ring of Honor as much because it's became the New Japan show. None of their characters are any interesting or anything interesting. Cody Rhodes is a good on the mic, but he's not really that type of stuff. And hey, Dalton Castle winning the championship, I'm happy for that. And I think he has a good character, but that's actually for the positive. I'll say that for later. But yeah, overall, I don't really care for Ring of Honor. I don't care for it. But yeah, it's really is terrible. But let's see. What else? What else to talk about? Oh yes. Oh yes. Worse than WWE. Let's see. I could start with Bray Wyatt. Oh, Bray Wyatt. How many things have failed? And I also think, Brian Zane talked about this, and he gave a little love to the whole super. I'm like, no. I'm going to say this right now, not because I'm against trans people or anything else like that. No, I'm not. Is Bray Wyatt, you look how badly he's been booked. His terrible booked year, Bray Wyatt. He was made look like a bitch on SmackDown. His whole thing was burnt up by Randy Orton. Then he looked like a complete and total biatch at WrestleMania after all the spooky lights he filmed. Then he won a pointless match at the House of Horrors, one of the worst gimmick matches I ever seen. No, seriously. I'm honestly, that was probably one of the worst gimmick matches I've seen. Probably until this 2017, until Bound for Glory's Monster Ball, which was actually worse. In fact, I don't know which is actually worse. In fact, the House of Horrors was so bad, it could have played something of Randy Orton's fears and his failures or anything else like that. In fact, Bray Wyatt could have said, "Oh, you put me in my house, a House of Horrors. I'm going to put you in these places of seeing things, your failures, your greatest defeats, all of these things, all of your everything else about tie into Randy Orton's failures." That could have been really interesting. Instead, they have just random dolls and things like that, just like the second hand from The Conjuring or something like that, and have Bray just attack him behind the stuff, and then have a fridge fall on Randy, and then you have Bray Wyatt just says follow the budgets, turn to Raw red to blue because that means he's going to SmackDown. I guess I don't know. Turn to Raw. I don't know. Change the color. I don't care. And then he says, go to the arena. And then he does his full setup. And then he gets beat down by Randy Orton until you had the Singh brothers come in and Jinder Mahal come out, take him out. And then next, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt had to use Jinder Mahal's help to win. And I'm like, my gosh, that was so goddamn sad. That was to me the lowest of the low. You failed. You failed. You have failed in that type of ass of getting over. Then you have him fighting Seth Rollins. Seth crybaby, whiny Rollins. Rollins. And the future. And the future, everybody. Future. And there's no gods. And I'm a skeptic and everything else. And tipped his fedora so hard that honestly, that's why he probably lost in his matches. And no matches were completely bland and uninteresting. Hey, he beat Seth Rollins twice. Who gives a crap? Then he tried for the number one contendership. Failed. He tried and then after that he had this long, never-ending feud with Finn Balor. Then he had that, when he poured strawberry sauce all over him, and then that get the demon out. Then after that, it was him fighting against all this other stuff. And, I fought the demon, but I can't fight the man. And then after he fought the man, and then he's like, I'm going to do Sister Abigail. And I'm like, nope. And I'm like, and then you have Finn Balor, who is one of the most blandest men alive. Seriously, I have no idea why people love him so much. He has a very bland one-note move set. Kick, 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 sling blade, kick, drop kick, and does a crappy Warriors way. And then you have Finn Balor turn to the Great Pumpkin. And then I thank goodness he got meningitis, because if that match would have happened, it would have been one of the worst matches of all time. Because you look, like I said, look what the WWE did to his characters and everything else before. Look at what he did to Bray Wyatt before. Hell, look at the previous years. He has been treated like complete and utter garbage. Garbage. So yeah, it's just silly, I don't. Bray Wyatt would have been a terrible thing. It would have been terrible anyway. So I don't trust I don't trust them with storylines. I don't trust them with anything else. Look what they did to the men and women. And you think about what bad. Look what happened to Bayley this year. Wow, Bayley, who wins the championship in a random Monday Night Raw. Because hey, who cares about actually building up the show to have her face against Charlotte at WrestleMania in a singles match that actually meant something. It would have been actually interesting. Because screw that noise. Random win on Monday Night Raw. Then in quick fashion, because Lord knows they just can't do anything else, they have her lose. Charlotte lose in a pointless pay-per-view after cheating, ladies and gentlemen, cheating from Sasha Banks. Yes, and then at the Raw talk, they were basically crowing like heels. That was great and perfect. Then she loses a bunch of matches against Nia Jax and such, which, by the way, she should have won the title, by the way. I don't care how big her stuff is. And then, and people, by the way, hating on Nia Jax for saying she was... Dude, what do you want her to do? Just sit there, be quiet for just wait for 10 years. Just wait 10 years. Don't give you something. They'll give you something after 10 or 15 years, and then you like Mark Hamill. Just wait a while. I'm like, shut the hell up, man. You ain't doing nothing. It's a show. Who cares? If she wants to go and says, okay, I want to do this stuff, and I want to go and actually do this, am I not doing anything? Yeah, leave. I'll just basically roll out. If they're not going to do anything with Nia Jax, then not do, and then you know what? Then have her leave. Push the advantage. Push the advantage, man. That's just my personal opinion. That is my personal opinion. That's what it is. And then I really hope that the WWE starts actually, doing something with Nia Jax. But anyway, back to Bayley. She goes in. She has a flying outfit at WrestleMania 33, and when she wins that match, it was pretty, whatever. Then she faced Alexa Bliss in a bad match. She lost the title. Then we get to Bayley, It's Your Life, one of the worst segments I've ever seen. And I love the fact that WWE also bashes its own product. I have never seen a company actually go out of its way to bash its own show on its own show and then try to not just bash, but also say, hey, by the way, I love Alexa Bliss. She's one of Bayley's best friends. She's like, oh, she's just a loser. And like, oh, Bayley's never been kissed before. Oh, wait, because, Bayley never kissed a guy. I'm like, wait, didn't Bayley have a fiance during the whole Hall of Fame thing? We all, wrestler fans, saw that? Oops. Oh, yeah, that doesn't count for whatever reason. Then Bayley, one of her best friends, former best friends, say, all she did was try to watch Raw and SmackDown all the time instead of hanging out with her friends. So lame. Yeah, so lame. I'm like, is this your own show? And then somehow she runs out, looks like a complete, runs out, get punked out. And then you have Michael Cole looks at the camera and says, hey, well, you can be a loser. You can watch all that Raw and SmackDown, previous Raws and SmackDowns and such on the W Network. And I'm like, what company bashes its own product but then tries to promote it? I don't know any other company that does that. I don't know any other business that does that. I don't know anything else out there. I don't bash my channel and then promote it. That doesn't make any logical sense. I like liking my content. And if you want to watch it, go right ahead. This does not make any sense. This doesn't make any sense if you're a big company like this. You are Vince McMahon is the owner of a $2 billion company, and he does this stuff on its main flagship show where over 3 million people watch. I don't understand. This is stupid. Then we got to that candlestick on the pole match, which was terrible. So horrible. So terrible. It basically destroyed Bayley's character, and I never want to watch her. I'm like, I don't want to see her anywhere near main event ever again. And I sit here and I watch, and people are saying, oh, just give these other issues and I'm like, fans who want to see, for example, transgender wrestlers or transgender storylines in WWE. I'm like, don't you see what they've done to men and women characters on their show? Have you not seen what men and women characters on their show and how they have been ruined, their careers stalled, and just completely screwed up? How guys, gals, and everyone else has been ruined by this show. And what makes you think that just because you're like gay, transgender, and everything else, what makes you think that you're going to be immune to that? What do you think you're going to be immune to this type of terrible storytelling? Because let me tell you, you're not going to be. They can't tell good things with straight characters. They can't tell good stories with men, women, or anything else. What makes you think they can tell stories with transgender issues or gay issues? They can't. WWE can't. Bottom line. And I know that's probably pissed some people off, but that pissed someone off. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. That's how the WWE is. They can't tell good stories anymore, much less anyone else there. So it sucks, but until otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, until otherwise, the WWE can't actually tell good stories. If you can't tell me a good story, WWE, why should I care? Why should I care if you can do this story. You can't do it. Tell me a good story. You can't do this right. Guess what? Let's be real. Why should I care? Why should I follow the story? What makes you think you can tell a good story in any of these characters? The answer is you can't. You know? And that's the thing. They can't tell good stories. WWE can't tell good stories, and they're wasting time and they're wasting their talent. How many times we looked at these talents and said, man, these are good guys, unless they actually start doing something with them? More often than not, they fail. They fail in every aspect. They fail here, they fail there, they fail everywhere. And they, like, for example, if they fail, Shinsuke Nakamura came up with this pig popping stance against Dolph Ziggler with his I don't care about attitude, and his match sucked. Because the story behind it sucked. The match sucked. They had no type of connection, no type of chemistry at all. Shinsuke Nakamura was a failure. You had some other guys like the tag teams that blew up. Big Cass, he got hurt, but I honestly didn't care for Big Cass at all. Big Cass, maybe this injury was a blessing in disguise for him, so he can come back, become a little more natural on the mic, become a lot more natural on the microphone, become better, and actually become really more interesting and engaging. Also, what was bad, Baron Corbin. WWE has this very schizophrenic look about how to do this to build their stars. You give them the world, and they screw it up. And what do? We'll keep the same writing staff, but just screw up Baron Corbin so much so that they don't do. They can't really do anything with him. He's so damaged goods right now that they dropped the title to Dolph Ziggler, who is one of the most whiny and pathetic characters I ever seen. And not only that, he dropped the U.S. States Championship, and now they're doing a pointless U.S. tournament. And I guarantee you, once Bobby Roode or anyone else wins it, you have Dolph Ziggler come in with a super kick saying, I never really wanted to lose it, yada, yada, yada. And then we have a match at the Royal Rumble or the next Fastlane or whatever. It is terrible storytelling because Dolph Ziggler is not that interesting of a character. All that build up, all that thing, it's meaningless. Sure, he had that one nice move, but that's it. Ziggler's only good for one nice move, and that was it. I'm done with Ziggler. He failed. 2017 was a crappy year for the show-off. Same with Baron Corbin. Bobby Roode has been just teased around, going back and forth, doing nothing. Ty Dillinger has been forgotten about. Love how the fact that Ty Dillinger has been forgotten about and no one talks about him as well. Dude should have stayed in NXT, have him win the NXT title. Give him some, man. It's pointless. Well, let's see. What else was bad this year, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, yes. Trust me, I will have a good list, so don't worry. Another thing. What was bad this year? God damn, man. I have a lot of things that are bad. Just mostly just bad booking. A lot of guys and people were just booked terribly this year, WWE. And it's a shame because I really think there's some talent. I think there's actually good stuff there, but at the end of the day, it's just there's no one out there you sit back and say, you know what, WWE really booked this guy like correctly and such. No, they set them up for failure, and they never really, majority of the time, they set them up for failure, and they don't follow up on these things. You know? Yeah, pointless heel turns versus face turns, all these things. But that's my thing. But you know what? There are also some positives here. Yes. Well, we got through a lot. I mean, holy crap, man. Over 30 minutes of me bitching. But that's just me. But don't worry. We are going to continue this. We're going to take a small little break. And afterwards, we're going to continue on this road of just listening to this. To continue on the road. The road that is the road of best and worst in 2017. And this time, we're going to look at the best. There's going to be a lot of good stuff, a lot of very interesting stuff. Mostly it's going to be Lucha Underground. Yeah, because I'm a fanboy. But anyway, we'll be looking at that when we return here on the talkshoe.com. And we're going to be listening to let's see, what's some good OC remix music? We're going to listen to some, well, since it's the holiday season, how about Super Mario Sleigh Ride OC remix? Listening by the One-Ups here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thanks so much for listening here on talkshoe.com. And remember, if you want to join in the show, remember, call the number right here is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back here live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for me, Dukect, here live for you. Hope you're having a good holiday season. Hope you're having a good season altogether. Hope you're having a fun time. Hopefully you're having a good time, fun times, great friends, good memories, all that good stuff. So, I've been ranting on the negative, and it's not fun being ranting on the negative, but let's look at the positive, ladies and gentlemen. Let us look at the positives of 2017. So let's look at them, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the positives. First off, I have to say Lucha Underground, for the most part, other than the, Sexy Star winning the championship, was a good thing. I think it's a good Lucha thing. But I honestly think this was one of the, this kept my love for wrestling alive. For most of 2017, I watched Lucha Underground. It kept my spirit alive, made me feel so much like it was, to me, even the shows that I did like, shows I didn't like, I sat and I'm like, oh my gosh, this to me was it. And it was an hour long. It was the perfect read to a show, the stories, everything else. I sat back and I loved this show. I loved watching it. I had people to root for, heroes, villains, everything around it. I sat and I loved this show. I loved it. The characters, Mac and his continued hard luck for not getting the championship. Johnny Mundo, aka Johnny Impact, was just amazing as a villain, and him with his ride and his reign of being the Lucha Underground champion was amazing. Let's see what else. The story with Drago. I wish he would have won the championship instead of that nice. The three trios champions and such. It's a shame they didn't do much with that, as they were just there and didn't do much with them. The Dragons, as the Lucha Underground trios champions, they didn't really do much. It's a shame. But I actually liked Mac's match with of him teaming up with Dante Fox and Killshot, which, holy man. By the way, Killshot, Deadshot, that story for it was great. That, you really felt that this was the only way to solve their differences. This was the only way to solve them. It was that type of match, which was like, holy man, that truly was a violent, horrible, terrible, just everything wrong match, and they just had to go. That's one way to do it. And I can't wait to see how Mac is going to be that peacemaker throughout season 4 of Lucha Underground. Also, the dark turn of Prince Puma, that was actually very good stuff, and him getting turned to the dark side, embracing it fully with Vampiro, really good stuff. I can't wait to see that. It's awesome. I love that. I really do love it. It's just so. And then Then you had Rey Mysterio. He made some really good stuff too. Rey Mysterio looked great for this. This Rey Mysterio was amazing in 27. Was really good in Lucha Underground. His matches were just amazing, and I felt like, man, this looked like the Rey a couple like many moons ago. Like he just found like that as a style and just really felt really great. And I hope he doesn't go to WWE. I don't, because I think he's just that type of champion. He doesn't need to, that type of the way emotion, everything else. It's like, he feels like he looks like he first came to WWE. That Christmas stuff. Maybe it's a way to edit the stuff there, but jeez Louise, man, he looks great. Ray looks great in Lucha Underground, and I really love that stuff. Matanza, love him. Monster Matanza, love him just murking folks, including like Rey Mysterio and all the stuff. He murks people, and I love it. Next, what was next? What is next? What other stuff I loved? Man. Let's see, the man without. Yeah, I love Mil Mertes. I loved all the. Everyone felt I really did care and loved all these guys and gals in Lucha Underground. I felt connection doing great. You know, I couldn't see the last episode because of Lucha Underground season 3 because of some weird, stupid crap between Verizon and El Rey networks and all that stuff. It's good now, but I have to wait till Netflix shows season 3. So yeah, I have to wait for a while to get the full ending and everything else. So I already know that Pentagon Dark won the Lucha Underground champ, but I want to see what the ending journey was. Probably Pentagon Dark, amazing. Even though you had those ninjas take them arm off and such, including Dragon Texas Jr. Boom, broke both arms as a nice callback, and actually everything else that connects to it. I think that was actually pretty good stuff here. It was actually good, proven, good stuff, and actually comeuppance too. Pentagon Jr. Dark, and and all the triads and the Dragon Azteca. By the way, Dragon Azteca, good stuff here, and I need to watch the full match and everything else. So hopefully they'll put that up on YouTube and I can watch it, or just wait till Lucha Underground season 3 is on Netflix. That's the hope. That is the hope, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. But you know what? Like I said, Lucha Underground was amazing, and I highly recommend Lucha Underground. It is one of the best shows on the planet. Not just in wrestling sense, but also the story and everything else. I believe that stuff. So it's one of the best action shows on TV. And I can't wait to season 4. But you know what? There's some good stuff in WWE as well. Rusev Day, love that. It made me feel like I really want to see. I root for Rusev. And you know what? Like oh gosh, it just reminds me so much of. Aiden English. And hello. That's odd. That is really odd. Some real stuff is coming on here in this weird phone. Weird stuff here. I don't know. Maybe it's just my online connections getting all a little wonky. Wouldn't surprise me. Ladies and gentlemen, because Lord knows I could be doing something, or some weird calls trying to come through. Ooh, scary. But no, it's not that. It's never that. It's just maybe just it's not paranoia. It's the Usos. And by the way, yeah, Rusev is great stuff, but also the Usos stepping up, being dominant tag team champions, and honestly, they are just they every time I think the Usos are done, they always come up with something really good. Usos always come up with something really good and really interesting, so I can't really hate on them as well. They are one of the best they're one of the best. Everyone. You sit back and you're like, holy crap, you're just like, wow, you think they're done, but by gosh, they're not done. They're never done. They're just sit back and you're like, man, it's just, it's like, wow, this thing they just never stop going. They just keep going, man. So I can't, it's just I'm just so happy for them. I am so happy for just seeing how he's just so like they're so happy for them because they guys worked hard and they always seem to having fun. They look like they're having fun right now, and both Jimmy and Jay are looking like they have great stuff. It's also the New Day. Ooh, what the heck was that? What in the world was that? Ugh, sorry. Must be some type of weird thing. Must be something from Discord or something like that. Oh, what the hell? Just want to make sure because it looks like something just happened. Well, it's the internet. Who cares? But yeah, it looks like something just came up. Well, But anyway, a lot of good stuff. Tag Team SmackDown, I think, became a little bit better. Fashion Files, loved them. I still continue liking them and stuff as well. See, AJ Styles continues to impress. Good job, TNA, making AJ Styles even in. It's amazing how, every time I look at AJ Styles, I'm like, TNA, this was this dude's like boy, and they continue to screw him up. TNA continues, like, they could have had this guy help out, bring some people there, but yeah, he's coming in, bringing in people. I'm happy for AJ. I think Jinder Mahal, was a good idea. I liked Jinder Mahal. I think there was some good stuff there, but he did the same type of. I felt like he was a little misused, but I think he's a positive. Fact, he got better when he chased the title, so it ended the year on a more positive note. So I say Jinder Mahal gets another shot in 2017. Who knows? I think him later, 2018, later on, people are gonna be warming up to him. I think give him more shot. One more chance. I think you can do something really interesting. And I think he's finding himself as that big wrestler. And hopefully him working with AJ Styles helps him improve. I think there could be something really positive there. Also, Jason Jordan, who I believe he is leading towards, like I said, he's going to be the EC3 of WWE. I think he's going to do that. I think he's leading toward that heel turn and that unfortunate injury with Dean Ambrose. Him being out for like 9 months. Some people say 3 months, gonna be 9 months. But he's out for that time. And hopefully I think Jason Jordan does the total heel turn and becomes that EC3 knockoff and face against Seth Rollins. Personally, I think he should have been the one to take down won the Intercontinental title. Hopefully there's still time for that. But if he does that, I think that it could be something positive for him to chase. Him and Samoa Joe, which they kind of would. I think it would be really good, and it's something that people need to watch, something I can watch for, and everything else. Something to be like, wow, this could be very positive for him. For the Intercontinental Champion, someone like Jason Jordan, full douchebag heel, that sort of thing. Another thing I think it could be really good for him, really good for this year, 2017, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman had a really strong year. Every time you think Braun Strowman's not going to do anything, he had a good match with him. Him and Roman Reigns have really good matches with each other. Great chemistry. He did a pretty decent match with Brock Lesnar. And I think he's going to have another good one next month at the Royal Rumble. I hope he wins. I want him to win. So you have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. WrestleMania, you have those three guys. You have that. Braun Strowman wins. You get people out. That would be very interesting. that would be a good way to coordinate and everything else. You could do that. I think you could do that for a couple and have Roman Reigns hold the title later on, have him turn heel, whatever. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, it could really be good. But yeah, there's some good stuff. I think Roman Reigns, I think he did pretty good. I still like Roman Reigns. I don't care what people say. I think he does good, and his yard now and everything else really got the crowds and booing him and everything. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he is a really good wrestler. I believe he's a good wrestler. I think he's very comfortable on the mic. People just hate him just for sake of hating him at this point. It just seems like it's like John Cena. They don't know why they hate him, but it's just connected to like I hate him because reasons now. Not really much reasons because he wins a lot, even though he doesn't win a lot. He just stays in the mid card and such. And they're like, they're dreading the day for fourth coronation for Roman Reigns. Then who? Dean Ambrose? They had the shot with Dean Ambrose. It failed. Seth Rollins? It failed. Braun Strowman? Maybe, but I think that's probably it. Also, on my positive is Brock Lesnar. Even though he didn't do much this year, well, honestly, I like his way of not doing much and just still getting as much as he could. And he actually is smart enough to do so. And you know what? If I was in Brock's position, I'd be acting the same way. So I can't really get too upset at that. I can't, because this industry has screwed over so many talents and screwed over so many people. And, I don't mind someone getting over on the wrestling business so far. So, you know what, Brock Lesnar? I think he's a positive. And the way he had good matches, hell, him and AJ had a good match. I think Strowman and him was a decent match. SummerSlam was really good. Him and Joe had some really good stuff. Also, Samoa Joe, what a year, 2017. Really looked good. Even though he got sidelined, that knee injury, I think he's going to continue to grow in 2018. I see an Intercontinental title, but also maybe Universal title goal too. So that could be something plus as well. Cesaro and Sheamus, The Bar, great tag team. Good stuff for them and the Shield. Great stuff. They have great chemistry with each other. And Cesaro just keep getting hurt doing... First, Cesaro goes out and rips out a beach ball, which is amazing. He destroys beach balls, and then he gets his teeth rammed up to his face, and then continues to wrestle. I love this dude. He keeps going and keeps working and grinding, and I know he's going to get that world title shot eventually. Former U.S. champion, former multiple tag champion. If he's not, hey, that's okay too. He always knows how to work something out. So yeah, here's hoping that he continues to grow and becomes better as well. And am I missing anything? Because if I do miss anyone else, I want y'all to who else is there? Who was your best? Who was your worst? I want that in the comment section below, brothers and sisters. If you agree, disagree, I want to hear about it as well. So yeah. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. This is the last show of 2017 with me, Dukect, and we're looking forward to 2018. And next week we will have no Dukect Lounge, as I will be at MagFest and spending all my ill-gotten gains there. And after that, oh sweet Christmas, I'm gonna be broke for January until February comes around. I don't know what I'm gonna do then. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm a little worried, people. I'm a little worried, but you know what? I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna make it. I always do. We gonna make it, people. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. I believe in myself, and hopefully you too as well. Believe in yourselves, and we'll be just fine. Everyone will be just fine if you sit back and look and say, hey, but you will always have that with us. Believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, magical things could happen. And gay can and will. Besides, worst comes to worst, I will only make my money back until February. Then I can actually sit back and do nothing. Besides, I'm in the mouth with Black Panther comes out, and I'll be damned not to go see that. Well, here's hoping everything works out for 2018. Right? Who knows, right? 2018 could be my great year, my great breakout year. Hey, 2017 wasn't bad either. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. It's Dukect here. Peace, love. See y'all when I see y'all. later.